at my babysitting job when I texted the parents saying, "Your daughter is having a seizure." They responded with, "Not our problem." I was a broke 17-year-old girl when I started babysitting for this rich family called the Donaldsons. They were a well-off couple with 3 kids, and I figured it was better than working in McDonald's. No pun intended. On my very first day, it wasn't the mom or dad who trained me. It was their 9-year-old eldest daughter, Layla, and she had severe oldest daughter syndrome. She showed me how to lift her brother in and out of his wheelchair. She taught me what medications Emily needed and when. She knew everything. My parents never knew how to do this, she'd say, so I had to learn. And compared to what happened next, none of this was even that crazy. I was working my regular Friday evening shift and babysitting the kids when I noticed Layla acting strange. She was sitting on the couch, but her eyes looked distant. Her hands started twitching, then her whole arm. My stomach dropped. I knew exactly what was happening. It was a seizure. I knew because I have epilepsy, and I've had seizures since I was 12. I grabbed my phone and called her mom immediately. She picked up on the 4th ring. "Hello? Your daughter is having a seizure." I could hear fancy music in the background. She was probably in some bougie restaurant only the rich upper tax bracket people go to. Her response made my blood run cold. She said, and I quote, "Just ask Layla to handle it. She deals with everything." "You don't understand," I practically screamed into my phone. "Layla is the one having the seizure." There was a pause on the other end. Then her mom laughed. She actually laughed. "Ha ha ha. Layla always does this for attention. She loves to fake a seizure. It's practically a hobby at this point. Me and her father usually just flip the lights on and off a few times, let her have her little seizure, and then send her to bed. You should try it." Beep, she hung up. I stood there in complete shock. My hands were shaking. I wanted to throw my phone at the wall, but I didn't even have time to be angry because Layla's body had gone rigid. She fell off the couch and started convulsing on the floor. I ran to her side and tried to remember everything I'd been taught about helping someone through a seizure. I put a cushion under her head. I made sure she wasn't choking and put her in the recovery position. I dialed 911, who said it would take them 20 minutes to get to us because of how isolated the family's mansion was from civilization. I felt my heart stop with fear. I didn't know if Layla even had 20 minutes left. Then things got worse. Her 2 younger siblings, Jason and Emily, came into the room. "Look," they said in unison, pointing at Layla and laughing. "She's faking another seizure." I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Their sister was dying on the floor and they were laughing at her. Before I had time to react, they started doing exactly what their parents had taught them. Jason reached for the light switch and began flicking it on and off. Black, white, black, white. Emily ran to the corner and turned on these LED strip lights that started flashing different colors. Red, blue, green, purple. They thought it was what you're supposed to do. "Stop! You're triggering her and making it worse!" I screamed, immediately taking my epilepsy meds to stop myself from having a seizure. I could see Layla's body jerking harder with every flash. I was terrified. I was 17 years old, alone in a house in the middle of nowhere, with a seizing child and 2 other kids who didn't know any better. I knew from my own experience that seizures lasting longer than 5 minutes could cause brain damage. I was running out of time and I had no idea what to do. I told the kids there was candy in the living room, and when they ran inside, I locked the door from the outside. They couldn't escape. It was a good start. I turned off all the lights and talked to Layla. Her lips were turning blue. Her whole body was shaking so hard I thought she might break. "It's gonna be okay," I whispered through tears. "Help is coming." I don't know if I believed it myself. The ambulance arrived 10 minutes later. Layla spent 2 days in the hospital. I worked in McDonald's after that.